conversation to shift a heart and a mind one person at a time around human beings who are,
trying to get unprisoned.
That's right.
When my dad says grace, my dad often says at the bigger meals, my real dad, not my TV Hulu Onyx dad. My dad says, "Thank you for gathering us, our family who are friends, and our friends who are family."
Amen.
That feels right for this moment. Here is to lots more eating.
Yeah.
On camera and off.
Yeah.
Yes, Lord.
Breaking bread, sharing space,
Yeah.
telling truths, being human.
Cheers.
Love you
Cheers,
guys.
cheers. Love you,
May we
Cheers,
all
cheers.
be unprisoned.
Yeah.
What are two of the dirtiest words in the English language? Well, if you're concerned,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gulf Coast Conference Championship game between the one and only Coach Binky and Coach Christian, or Seabreezy, depending on what you know him as. So, for those of you that don't know, I believe both of these guys, Georgia won the FCS last season. LSU lost in, I believe, the national championship or the semifinals. They come into the FBS this season and both finished top two in the Gulf Coast Conference that was absolutely stacked. I think the GCC has some of the toughest SOS on the season. So, should be pretty interested. When they played earlier this season, LSU came out on top 42-14, but the line is set at 4.5 points in favor of Georgia. Georgia has won 7 of their last 8 games. They are both 8-2 on the season. LSU ranks number 9 in points per game, number 3 in rushing yards per game, and rushing touchdown. They are number 2 in INTs forced, number 2 in average margin of victory, and tied for first in fourth down conversion percentage. Georgia, who will get the ball to start the game, They are 19th in points per game, number 22 in passing yards, 24 in passing yards per game, number 5 in turnover margin, and are 30th in red zone conversion percentage and 33rd in third down conversion percentage. They're going to have to improve that today if they want to come out with their first GCC championship. Kenny McIntosh with a beautiful spin move on the counter to get the game started. He's going to pick up 7 yards. They're going to be looking at 2nd and 3 now for Georgia. That is true what Blake said. These guys do live together in Auburn. They elected to play on my PC instead of just booting up together, but it is what it is. They both are pinging about 30 to my computer, so it should be a pretty fair matchup. But 3rd and 4 for Georgia. McIntosh alongside Bennett in the backfield. Bowers out to the right. Quick out throw. Jack Saint caught 4-yard reception, a first down, able to toe tap over on the sideline. Sticking with the 2x2 set. McIntosh in the backfield, 4-man box. We will see a run for McIntosh up the middle. He's going to pick up another 7 yards on the game. So a beautiful looking drive here for Georgia to start, already nearing plus territory. Another 2nd and very manageable. Washington in the backfield this time. The tight end, Bennett under pressure, unable to throw it away, and a huge sack there for the LSU defense. I think that's a loss of 15 yards for Georgia. Perkins Jr., I believe that's the middle linebacker, the freshman, coming in with the sack here. Now going to see 5 wide set for Georgia. Yeah, Harold Perkins Jr., 3 tackles already, 2 tackles for loss. 3rd and 18 now for Georgia. Does need to get across the 40 if they want to go for it on 4th down. Stetson back to pass as expected. Out route McConkey thrown too early, and I think he also had a guy coming open over the middle on the post route. Now Georgia's going to have to punt this one away on their first drive of the game.
He punts it away, and there's no hang time on this one. Whoa, he just took a licking.
Really good starting field possession for LSU. You're going to start at the 49-yard line. Like I said, these guys are... No, Georgia and LSU, or this is GCC. John Emery with 11 yards on the first down on his first carry. As I was saying, LSU is number 3 in rushing yards per game, rush yards, and rushing touchdowns. So a very, very stable ground attack. Twist Jr. making the prediction of LSU winning by 2 possessions. Quick out to Jake. No, incomplete. Neighbors unable to drag the feet on the sideline. Law's talking about last season. They LSU and Georgia were both in FCS last year. Or season 6, rather. I think it's... I don't have audio, so I can't tell what exactly the call was. It's not showing me in the bottom right either. Play stands. There we go. All right. So, 2nd and 10 now for LSU. We got Daniels throwing short to Jenkins on the shallow route. He's going to pick up 2 yards now, 3rd and 8. MT is Illinois, Cody.
Third down now, and they need to get into the 26.
5 wide set on 3rd down for LSU. Daniels back to pass. No one open, taking the shot to the end zone. It's Kayshawn Booty, and it's broken up by Javon Bullard. Ball was a little underthrown, but that's the risk you take when you only have so much area to work with. So looking like a 51-yard field goal attempt coming up for LSU. Kicks up, kick is good. Splits the uprights, would have been good from 60. LSU 3-0 lead.
LSU is ready to kick it away. He just drills this one. He's to the 10. And he's shoved out of bounds around the 23-yard line. The Tigers are right where they want to be early in this one.
Well, this is what their coach talked about, getting off to a great start. The defense did their job, and it's nice to see the offense move the ball down the field and also get some points on the board.
And while they are behind, they know they can knot things up in a heartbeat. It's way too early to change the game plan.
MT lost an early game, like his second game of the season. Bennett going to pitch to Washington, and maybe anyone other than a tight end picking up that pitch, and that may have been a 20-plus yard game, possibly a touchdown with only one man to beat. See if Breezy makes any roster adjustments. Bennett going to hand it off to Washington up the middle. He's going to pick up 7 yards this time on the carry. So 17 yards on the last 2 carries for Georgia, sticking with the 2-back set. Another triple option, going to hand off to McIntosh this time up the middle. Another beautiful spin move. He picks up 6.
They're about 4 yards away here on second down.
2nd and 4 for Georgia, staying with the 2-back set again. Quick pass out, incomplete. Bennett, his second errant pass of the day, just kind of throwing it straight to the sideline, not even looking at his receiver. Georgia taking their time, going with what play, really what formation they want here. They go back to a 2-by-2 set. Bowers and Jackson out to the right. Mitchell and McConkey to the left. McIntosh going to get the carry, though, up the middle. He's going to pick up 3. And it's going to be 4th and 2 in decision time for Georgia. Jess Princess, welcome to the stream.
Big third down. Offense comes up a little bit short to set up a fourth down. Give all the credit to the personnel on the defensive side of the ball.
4th and 2, Georgia will go for it, going with the goal line package here. 4 tight ends in the game.
This is an obvious punting situation.
LSU, really 9 guys in the box. Darnell Washington barely picks up the first down. Almost is never enough, barely always is, and that's the case here for Georgia with a fresh set of downs and at the 50-yard line. Back to the triple option, McIntosh up the middle, broken tackle, 9-yard, long 9-yard gain, averaging 5.5 yards per carry. Definitely a good ground attack here for the Bulldogs. Like I said, last time these teams played, LSU won it 42-14. Georgia was a 4.5-point favorites. Going into this one, 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Motion coming in from the right side, McConkey. That's Bennett back to pass. No one open. Going to take off running himself. Has a green grass. And about a 15-yard gain there.
Moving the ball against this defense. Let's see if any adjustments are made before their backs are really against the wall.
And as we reach the end of the first quarter, LSU 3, Georgia 0, and driving.
We can only hope the second quarter is as good as the first. Tight ball game, folks. He's on the run. He's knocked out of bounds at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 10 for Georgia. Trip's going to be to the field side. We got tight coverage, looking like cover 3 or cover 1 out of LSU. Bennett thinking an audible to a run play here, potentially. Maybe not. Maybe sending McConkey deep. He's got Bowers over the middle. Broken tackle. Touchdown. Brock Bowers, 29-yard touchdown reception. And Georgia will take a 7-3 lead after a 10-play drive.
A 10-play, 79-yard drive, and that's good for a touchdown.
Brad, that's one of those drives that can just tear your heart out. They can really demoralize a defense when they drive the ball down the field, and a lot of the yards came on the ground.
Law, if you want to see the flex ball work to perfection, go watch a few of Jets games when he was at Florida.
With one quarter down, I really haven't seen too much separation between these two squads. Might be neck and neck the whole way.
Read option. John Emery going to keep it for 4 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 6 now for LSU. LSU, a high-powered offense. Going to want to make this a shootout.
From their own 29-yard line.
Emery averaging 7.5 yards per carry. This is their 2nd drive of the game. Now Daniels going to show his speed here. Going to pick up first down about 8 yards. LSU with a fresh set. Curious to see if either one of these teams. Sneak, when did you run the flex ball? Like true, I'm not talking like using it as a formation. I'm talking about using the whole playbook. Emery picking up 3. Flex ball is like Army Navy playbook. Yeah.
From their own 39-yard line. It's 2nd down. He's taken down to the 39-yard line.
It's 3rd and 7 for LSU. I think they're 0 for 1 on 3rd down so far. We got cover 2 for Georgia. Wise open to Beck underneath. He's picking up the first down. Not by much, but just enough. Gets the job done. LSU fresh set of downs here.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 47-yard line.
Jaden going to keep it this time on the read option. He's got a wide open hole, and he could be gone. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Mama, there goes that man. Jaden Daniels. A beautiful touchdown run. Kept it on the read option right up the middle. And LSU will retake the lead 10-7.
The extra point. And he converts the extra point. A 6-play, 76-yard drive, and they get it in for 7.
Boy, this offense right now is just being physical, really controlling the line of scrimmage, and it's opening up some nice big lanes for the running backs.
So the score now, 10-7. And they can forget about returning this one.
Well, this is a very competitive game. Just when you think one team has gained the advantage or the momentum, the other team comes fighting back, and it's going back and forth. This is almost like a basketball game.
Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays.
Bennett going to hand off to McIntosh, who hits a beautiful spin to go around the left side. Going to pick up 6 on the carry. Really methodical drives. Not one taking too many shots deep or anything like that. Lots of ground game, short passing. Playing the possession game. Screen this time to McIntosh. He's got a few blockers. He's going to pick up 5 yards. A long way to go to pick up only 5, but it does pick up a fresh set of downs. Georgia got the ball to start the game, so we're going to want to chew as much clock as they can here before we get to halftime. Sneak, hey, I did update it a little bit, okay? There's a lot of freaking games. That would be a lot of updating. All right. It's a process here. McConkey, toe tap, sideline catch. 5 yards. Easy pitch and catch there for Bennett.
Good job of getting that pass completed for positive yardage.
From their own 41-yard line. 2nd down.
Triple slants. And he finds Darnell Washington on the flat in the flats as well. Picking up 4 yards for 30 inches now for Georgia. Gonna go with the goal line formation. Bring back the 4 tight end look. Gonna hand off to Washington on the fullback dive. He's stumbling his way for a 10-yard gain and a first down for Georgia. Triple option this time again. Bennett going to be brought down, though. Just try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Was able to do so. And like I mentioned earlier, Georgia needs to try to chew this clock down as much as he can. Don't want LSU to score before the half and then get the ball to start the third quarter. Trips to the field. Bowers in the slot. McConkey to the right. He throws the Bowers over the middle. 9-yard reception. Very risky throw. I think the LSU middle linebacker was caught blitzing, trying to come up the middle just a little bit. Now going to be 4th and 2 for Georgia, who's 2 for 2 on 4th down so far in the game. Going to swap to a trips to the boundary look. That's interesting. We got Bennett back to pass. RB's open, but he's going to keep it himself up the middle, out of bounds. Still 3 timeouts with 24 seconds left. Juniors, because we haven't records like that, we don't update till the offseason because like you're going to increase that, like you're not eliminated yet, so it's still a beautiful pitch there by Bennett. Washington picking up 9 on the triple option. But that's why it's because like you still have at least 2 games to play, so there's no point in us updating it when you're going to score more. Keep in mind after this we have the FCS playoff selection show followed by the WAC championship between Oregon and Hawkeyes. Oregon and Boise, sorry. Oh, a pass underneath to McConkey. I thought he was going to lob it to the corner, but picking up 10 yards on the reception. Now, 1st and goal, 1 timeout. Probably enough for 2 plays, maybe 3. Yeah, Oregon and Boise State is tonight, 9 o'clock Central. FCS playoff selection show is right after this game. FBS selection show is McIntosh finds his way into the end zone. That was a beautifully executed drive there by Georgia. Chewed 3.5 minutes off the clock almost. Don't give LSU a chance to score before the half. 12 plays, 72 yards, and 7 points for Georgia. But as I was saying, FCS selection show is after this game, followed by Oregon and Boise State at 9 Central. The FBS playoff selection show is Sunday night. So another thing to keep in mind while we got about 20 people watching here is I am out of town from this Friday until next Saturday. So if you need something, do not message me. You'll have to message Blake or Twist, MT, Gerald, just one of the committee members. They'll have to help you out. So 5-wide set, Jaden Daniels in the shotgun. Going to try to get maybe a bomb here. You still got 2 timeouts. You can maybe get in the field goal range. Going to have to – if that was a fade, they probably could have came away with 3 before the half. Correct. Yeah, Mason now falls into that category as well. Still a possibility to get in the field goal range. A quick. Oh, he threw it too late. Oh, but B's open deep. Oh, man. Neighbors gone. What a play by LSU. All that work out of Georgia goes away in the blink of an eye. Jaden Daniels with a beautiful ball to Malik Neighbors down the sideline. He had it last play, but threw it out route instead. Came back. Little wide receiver, the quarterback communication said, hey, I'm open. Just throw it. He does. And a letdown by the Georgia defense now gives LSU a chance to go up 2 scores on this possession to start the third quarter.
Excellent kick. And they can forget about returning this one. Kirk, you and I like seeing points. We're seeing points in this third quarter. This has been fun.
And I think it's going to continue, Brad. I think the adjustments that were made at halftime have allowed these quarterbacks to go out and really be able to take command of how they want to attack each defense. It's going to come down to that final drive.
We're about set to start things up again. LSU holds a field goal lead. He makes his way out to about the
And after the bomb touchdown just a second ago, John Emery's starting the third quarter off hot with a 10-yard run there.
second down, and they're about the length of the football for the first down marker.
MT with the 5 bits, cheering for the team. I don't know which team he's wanting for. Mason says sub for 6 months. I haven't seen it in the chat yet, but I appreciate that. My man Mason. Daniels with Neighbors. I mean, Neighbors is just asking for the ball there. Oh, he's got Y as well. Ball's up. Ball's intercepted by Bullard. The receiver with a letdown, and now Bullard's headed the other way. Out to the 35-yard line. A huge job there by the Georgia defense to bounce back. And we have ourselves a ball game. MT, thank you for the sub, my man. MT 5 gifted as well. That means I can run some ads and not everybody has to see them now. Mason, you have to make it pop up when you resub. McIntosh doing what he can to get back to the line of scrimmage. Unable to do so. The Crepified lost the lottery. Not sure what that means. But this Georgia team has new life. And it's picked off. Right back by Jones. An errant throw again for Stetson Bennett. Oh, what's up, Ender? Where is Sexman? Is he here? Somebody get Hunter in here.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 36-yard line.
This game could have flipped on its head. Instead, we see back-to-back interceptions. So we're going to see trips out of LSU to the field side. I don't think I've called Kayshawn Booty's name once, except for that pass to the end zone that was deflected. But we got Emery up the left sideline. He's making nobody miss, but able to pick up 20 yards there. MJ making sure our man Ender gets in on the lottery. Emery going to pick up another 1 yard here. So second and goal. I think this is is this the Penn State playbook? Does anybody recognize it? Is there tight slots for LSU? Or tight, rather. Daniels up the middle. So third and goal now for LSU. Almost as if the interceptions never happened. Noah Kane, the Penn State transfer, should be playing for Wad, but wanted to head down to Baton Rouge. LSU going to have to take a field goal here. As Georgia plays for the fake, they take a 6-point lead. 20-14 LSU with 2:46 to play in the third.
That defense is feeling pretty good about themselves right now. It could have just as easily been a touchdown.
The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. Nice kick, plenty of distance. He's He's to the 10. He's to the 20. He's taken down at the 16-yard line. This deficit can be easily overcome, sure. But they have to be thinking if they don't get something going on.
Georgia gonna have to take care of the ball here. McIntosh gonna lose a yard on his first carry.
From their own 15-yard line. Second down.
Triple option for McIntosh up the middle, gaining the yard, but still going to be 3rd and 11. Five wide set for Georgia. McConkey getting all the hot routes. We got an out route to McConkey. He almost juked back behind the first down marker, but doesn't do it. Picking up a first down. I think a 12, 13-yard reception there. I'll see what the refs have in mind, Mason. Thinking you talk to the players more so than anything, making sure they're on the par and not dropping interceptions. But another trip set for Georgia. Going to hand the ball off to McIntosh on the counter play. He's going to juke inside, and he could be gone. What he's got down the right sideline, running into his own players, is ultimately his downfall. 33-yard reception. Yes, yeah, he absolutely did the smart route out. Yep. Bennett back to pass. B coming open. B's wide open, but he can't get it to him. Instead, he throws it to Mitchell. I don't think Mitchell transferred to where? Texas?
From the 25-yard line. It's first down.
Now McIntosh making men miss left and right. Outrunning, spinning around, doesn't matter. Another first down for Georgia. No, if you hot route a route, it's just a hot route. If you don't smart route it, it's not a smart route. You got to send it to school first. McIntosh brought down at the line of scrimmage.
Second down.
6.5 yards per carry for Georgia. A very beautiful stat line. Now Bennett's going to take off running and brought down at the line of scrimmage. Actually loses a yard.
We head to the final quarter, and we've got a great game on our hands. LSU's lead is 6. Welcome back to the action here as we resume play here in quarter number 4.
And as we hit the fourth quarter, Bowers would be open on the seam. With a slant underneath, it'd be money. There's the slant. There's the out to Mitchell. Adonai Mitchell, 15-yard touchdown reception. Bennett, 11 for 14, 106 yards, 2 touchdowns. Georgia, 21. LSU, 20.
And he adds the extra point. They line up to kick this one away. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. It's been a good one so far today.
If y'all want to know what's crazy is I beat both of these guys. I think I'm the only person that's beat both of them. I just couldn't get it together in my other games. Daniels giving it to Emory on the read off, or sorry, the counter.
Second down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down.
2nd and 3, trips to the boundary. Interesting look here. Daniels back to pass. Slow short to Emery. Brought down by Keely Ringo. Mississippi State versus JSU. What happened? I heard it was some injuries on the Mississippi State side. That's just what someone told me.
They need about 3 yards to get the first down here on third down. The quarterback in the
3rd and 3, 5 wide. Daniels got beat open. Doesn't throw it. Throws it to Jenkins instead. Picks up 17 yards. Mason, I'm pretty sure Caleb is in class. Blake, hey, look, that's not confirmed, okay? That's just through the grapevine, what I've heard. All right. Not sure there. Gary is in class. He had better things to do tonight. I don't think he's here yet. John Emery picking up 3 yards now. Curious to see if either of these teams turn on shoe clock here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 7 for LSU. Daniels, whoa, little risky throw. He finds Kayshawn Booty, though. 17-yard reception and a first down for LSU.
nice gain as he works the right side. It's 2nd and 6. Ball on the 27.
2nd and 6, LSU. Just outside the red zone. Has X open wide open the middle. Malik Neighbors with another reception. There's Gary.
The 8th play of this drive.
Daniel's going to be brought down for a 3-yard loss.
From the 17-yard line. It's 2nd down.
So 2nd and 13 for LSU. They're going to, I assume they're going to play for a touchdown here. Those underneath the Emery. You don't want to kick a field goal because then Georgia can beat you with a field goal. But you also don't want to give them too much time left to score. We saw them take the final 3.5 minutes off the clock. Now there was a first half miracle. But again, 5 wide, LSU. Daniels back to pass, has X wide open, doesn't throw it. Throws it instead, and it's dropped by Keely Ringo, the man who had the game-winning interception in the 2021 National Championship. Just dropped what would have been the game-winning interception in the GCC Championship. Kicks up for LSU. Kicks good. LSU 23. Their 3rd field goal of the day. Georgia 21. Now 2.5 to play. Can LSU get a stop?
Sends it sailing downfield. He's to the 10.
Starts. And now if you're Georgia, it's kind of the same thing applies. You don't want to score too quick and give LSU too much time. And we saw last time there was, I think, 11 seconds left, and LSU was still able to score.
But they might as well be. It's this drive that could really dictate the tone for the last quarter. A little more than 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
And McIntosh loses a yard there. Both coaches very confident in their ground game. Time dwindling down behind in the game. Still sticking with the ground and pound. Both teams still have all 3 timeouts.
Wide receivers.
Conkey in motion. Bennett, balls up, balls all dropped. Mickey Garner, the DBs, forgot how to catch here in the fourth quarter. MTs can't kick it onside if you're not trailing. I like the idea, though. I like the thought process. McConkey in motion again. Making this a tight field. No one outside the right hash. Ball's on the left. Timeout. Georgia didn't like the look. Georgia has to make sure they have the perfect play call.
Third and long here, the final drive in the fourth quarter, and they need a conversion.
Oh, it didn't count. He didn't give it to him. He caught the ball past the sticks. Unfortunately, took a step back. And now it's 4th and inches. And the game comes down to this. Georgia has to get it. Probably going to be a QB sneak.
You don't need 3 guesses to figure out what they're going to run right here.
He does? Yeah, that's a first. Yeah, I was about to say. Stetson goes up and over.
Just over a minute in the fourth quarter.
2 backs. Another triple option. Bennett brought down from behind. Time is ticking. Again, you only need to get up to about the 30 here. You don't have to play for a touchdown, but you obviously have to come away with a field goal. Bennett pass to Washington. Blockers in front. Has has open grass and picks up 19 yards. Bennett, 136 passing yards, 13 for 17, 14 first downs. Georgia has more first downs than Bennett has completions. Yeah, he's got Washington as his running back 2 for some reason, or unless he's changed it to a different personnel grouping. Bennett throws short to McIntosh, who scoops it off the ground, tackle from behind. Clock's going to tick about another, 60-yard field goal. Going to have to get at least another 10. You banged one from 51 earlier.
Second down now. They need about 4 yards to pick up the
No, that was LSU. Sorry. McIntosh up the middle. Got to be hurry up or a timeout for Georgia. It will be the hurry up. Yeah, Darnell Washington is stupid. Bennett keeping it. Second and 6. First timeout for Georgia. And now, obviously going to play for the field goal. Don't want to kick it here. Want to try to line it up.
Here's play number 10 on the drive.
It's got to be a run, right? Yeah, counter to McIntosh up the middle. He's going to pick up a first down. That's going to stop the clock. If I'm Georgia, I'd probably go hurry up. Georgia will take their final timeout. I'm expecting LSU to ice the kicker. Yeah, as if it would matter. Georgia going to have a straight shot, probably 45, 46-yard field goal, and that will be the game. Georgia, ball is snapped. Kick is up. Kick is good. I thought for a second that was going to drift left. It splits the uprights. Georgia 24, LSU 23, and Georgia has won the Season 7 Gulf Coast Conference Championship. That'll do it from New Orleans, I think is where we're at. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Gary. FCS selection show coming up in about 20 minutes. WAC Championship, Oregon versus Boise State coming up at 9 o'clock Central Time. Be sure to hit that follow button or just stay tuned in the Discord. And we will see you guys. I'll let them get stats, but we will see you guys in just a little bit.